Hello and welcome to the Crochet Luna blogcast. My name is Claudia and I'm coming to you from the San Diego area in Southern California. Yes, finally I'm back. I'm so happy to be here. I had already recorded a blog and started editing the blog when I decided I did not like it. So here I am recording again, and I think it's because I'm out of practice, and so I think this is going to go a lot better, I hope. So I am coming to you from early October. It is still hot here in Southern California, and I wanted to wrap up the summer and some whips and some FOs and lots to chat about, and so I hope that you have something to drink, something to work on, and I'm not even going to care how long this video is going to be. It's going to be a long one. Watch it at your leisure, and here we go. For any new viewers, welcome to the channel. I am a crochet-centric blogcaster. I mostly talk about crochet. I do a little bit of knitting. I do a little bit of sewing. So I just kind of want to talk about my crafts, basically. If you're a returning viewer, I'm so happy that you guys have come back. Thank you so much for the support. I want to start off by sharing the mug of the blog. Mug of the blog. So that one is going to be this beautiful fall mug that I picked up. I picked this up at Home Goods. It was $3.50 on sale. Like, Halloween hasn't even come and gone, and already all the Halloween stuff is on sale, and it's all about Christmas, and it's like early October. All right. I also purchased a beautiful mug that's coming, that's going to get shipped. I can't wait to share it with you guys. I have been eyeing this mug. It's an Emma Bridgewater mug. I have been eyeing this mug for a while now, and I finally decided that was going to be my fall treat to myself. So I have ordered that mug. It's on its way. I think I'll get it next week, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. But let's get started. I want to wrap up the summer, and one of the things that I usually do during the summer, well, there's two things. I usually do Summer of Romance with Clarissa Beth of Crochet Cakes, and I go to Comic-Con in San Diego, which is the biggest con. I mean, it is humongous. Like, Comic-Con San Diego is, there's no words, you know. Even if you don't get inside of the actual convention center, the whole of downtown San Diego has got all kinds of cool stuff going on. Luckily, we got tickets, and we were able to go inside. It was really cool. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was a little tamer than previous years, and a couple of vendors actually didn't even have product on the floor. They were taking like orders online because their product had not shipped. So they were there with no product, which is crazy if you know about the prices of some of these booths. But anyway, so went to Comic-Con, and also Clarissa Beth and I, as I said, we hosted the Summer of Romance, which this is the last year of Summer of Romance. We are going to take a little break from it. We may or may not come back to it at a future date, but as of right now, Summer of Romance 2026 is not in the books. So, but I wanted to share with you because I think in my last episode I did talk about my project, my yarn, and the inspiration. So I will quickly go through that In case you missed it, so Summer Romance, for those of you who don't know, is a summer-long make-along where you can choose a movie, a book, a poem, anime, TV show, anything that inspires a project and fits the theme. And this summer's theme was close proximity. And I chose the movie The Shape of Water. And this is the poster for The Shape of Water. And the reason I thought this fit the theme is because the main character, you know, forges like a bond with the creature that is being held in captivity. And so they kind of get close together, and she works there. And, you know, if you haven't seen the movie, I'm a huge Guillermo del Toro fan. Huge. Like, I've seen everything except for Pinocchio. I've never really liked that story. I guess sometimes those Disney stories just a little bit too much for me, and Pinocchio is one of them. I know it sounds silly. I know it does. But I haven't seen Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. I will work my way into it. I do want to see it. He is making Frankenstein, which I think is going to be amazing. But anyway, so the poster is this, and I had a skein of yarn that really spoke to me and translated well with these blues in the poster. And if you can see it, I don't know. So her dress is red. So there's these blues and this red, and that's what caught my attention. And I have always loved that combination. And as I was looking for patterns, I came across this pattern for the Coral Shawl by Nikipirowicz. Let me put my glasses on because I can't see without them. Okay, her name is Nikipirowicz. Nikipirowicz. Okay, I apologize if I have butchered that name. But I saw the shawl. It's called the Coral Shawl. It's from Inside Magazine, from one of the issues of Inside Crochet. So this is a shawl. And as you can see, the shawl is blue and red. And I thought, I'm just going to reverse the colors. And I crocheted this to pattern. And I am so loving the end result. So this is my Coral Shawl. The blue is the blue yarn is from River Knits. I got this when I went to Yarndale in 2018. It's got these beautiful blues that so remind me of that poster in the water. The red is from Woofy Wolf Yarn. I don't know if she's still dying, but this is the lace part of it. And it's got like these specks of black in it, and it just is such a beautiful color. And I think both of these together look beautiful. It's a big shawl, you know, it's a beautiful shawl. I mean, I love it. I can't wait to wear it. And this yarn by River Knits was just a joy to work with. I really loved it. And I'm happy that I finished it. So this was my Summer of Romance project. And that is my first FO. I can't wait to wear this. It's going to be so nice. I'm so tempted to do another one because I pulled another. And it's only a 2 skein project. I had very little left of the first skein. And then I had very little left of the second skein. So if you've got 2 skeins that you really love together, this would be a great project. That was, so that's my first FO. So for crochet, I think that's it. That is my only crochet FO. So moving on to Comic-Con, we went one day, we went on the Saturday, and I just wanted to show you some of the things that I purchased there. Actually did not do a lot of purchasing. I'm a huge fan of Godzilla, and on the way in, there was this girl wearing this amazing Godzilla backpack, and I'm like, well, I'm sure I'm probably not going to find it. And I didn't, but I found another Godzilla backpack. And I haven't even used it because I wanted to share it with you guys first. But this is my Godzilla backpack. Isn't he the best? I love Godzilla. I have been a huge Godzilla fan for a very, very long time. Since I came to this country in 1980 and would watch those shows on the movies on Sunday afternoon, and they would show you the Godzilla movies, you know, Godzilla and Mothra and all that. Love Mothra. So bought this backpack at Comic-Con, and then so then there was a stand that was selling not project bags. They were selling bags, because every bag that I see, to me, is going to be a future project bag. But anyway, I don't know, I think I was in like a nostalgic kick, because as soon as I saw these bags, I'm like, I must have one. The other big influence in my life, when I landed in the United States, at Sesame Street, I learned to count watching Sesame Street. I learned letters. Like, Sesame Street holds a deep, deep, beautiful part of my soul. I can't tell you that how much I love Sesame Street, because it just takes me back to this place where I was in a new country. I didn't know the language, and they made it very accessible. And everything about Sesame Street makes it accessible for kids to watch, right? So I found this Bert and Ernie pouch, and the company name is called, they had so many cute bags. So the company name is called Out of Print, and this is the label that they have. It looks like an old library card, and oh, here's a label on there. It says Out of Print. And then I found a nice big tote. He says, "You turn the page." And then on the other side it says, "You turned another page." I love it. I love it so much. So I got that one, and then I got this cute little mini tote. The bookworm. Perfect little mini tote to put books in. Like when I go to the library store and I buy my books there at the library store that we have in our local library. I'm going to take this one and fill it full of books. So all these came from the same vendor. All of these from Out of Print. This one, the Grover one, and the pouch. So I got those there. So let's see, what else did I get? Oh, there was a vendor that was doing earrings and all kinds of accessories. And you guys know I'm also a big Star Trek fan. I found, and they're like laser cut wood, and they're painted. So I got I got a pair of Lieutenant Uhura earrings. I love them. I haven't even worn them because I wanted to share them with you guys first. So here's one. It's so cool. And the company that does that is called Mad XO. Here's the card. in case you wanted to check out her shop. She does everything. She does a lot of different fandoms, and you could, like, there were Enterprise earrings too, like, and you could mix and match. So like I could have gone in a Hora and a Spock, or in a Hora and an Enterprise, but I just decided, because she's my girl, so I decided to get these. And to me, this is the kind of stuff that you're not, where else am I gonna find Lieutenant Uhura earrings but Comic-Con? Like, I'm not gonna find them at a just normal shop. And I love collecting the information for vendors like this, because then, you know, if I wanted to go back and get something else, you know, I've got the information. And I'll list the vendors below that I'm sharing with you guys. I also purchased a Godzilla pin. And this is like baby Godzilla. I think it's the cutest thing ever. Baby Godzilla. And I purchased 2 stickers, and one's on my sewing machine and one is in a water bottle, which I should have got like 5 of them. From the same maker, I got a Mothra sticker. I got a Scooby-Doo sticker. So, did I mention what my 2 favorite cartoon dogs are? Scooby-Doo's one of them. I love Scooby. And the other one is Snoopy. I love Snoopy. Snoopy is like my boy. Like, I need like a Snoopy Scooby crossover. I think that would be amazing, right? And I got these. So I got these at Comic-Con. And as you can see, I have not worn them because I wanted to share that with you. And then, what else did I get at Comic-Con? I think that's it. Like I said, I didn't really go crazy buying things. I really wanted to get a Loungefly backpack, and I didn't find anything that I liked. And so I was super happy to have, you know, bought my Godzilla one. I did finally purchase a cute Loungefly backpack for the season. And it was, I got this at Hot Topic, and it was like 30% off, which I thought was a great deal. I got this one, and this is called Universal Monsters. So it's got the Creature, the Bride, Wolfman, Dracula, the Mummy. This is my current bag that I'm like putting my stuff in and taking to work, and I'm just loving it so much. So that is it for my summer, which was really super short because I worked through the whole summer. I think I might have taken 1 week off. I should have had 3 weeks off, but I ended up, I think, only taking 1 week off. And Comic-Con was really the highlight of my summer, along with finishing up my summer romance shawl, which I super enjoyed this pattern. I really enjoyed it. The border is not difficult. There is something very delicious and soothing about making these rows of crochet stitches that just really, it was just nice. It was just really, really nice. But then that was July. August was hot and stressful because of school starting and my job, so I didn't do a lot, but I have some whips that I want to share with you. One that started, I think I started this one in August, so I guess let's show some whips. Let's move on to whips. And I did show this pattern before. It's a pair of crochet socks called the Blossom Socks by Vicarno Crochet Designs. This is the sock right here. And I happen to have a sock blank that I thought would work well with that pattern. Here's the blank. And here is one completed sock. This is one sock. It doesn't have a traditional cuff. I don't know if you can see it, but it doesn't have a traditional rib cuff. It has a different kind of cuff. It's lovely. It's nice. Don't have any contrasting toes, heels, or cuffs. I'm just working off the blank. I'm not going to lie. It's a little tight. I'm hoping that if I block it, it will loosen up in the instep. That's always my problem, is the instep. But other than that, this is a beautiful pattern. Beautiful socks. This is my little stitch marker. I got this in an advent calendar a couple years ago. I think the maker is Mothie and the Squid. That's who the maker is. So I've got my blank. I finished one sock. I know I can do the pattern, and it's a work in progress. So, and I think I did start these in August, I want to say. Living in my Fringe Supply bag. Remember Fringe Supply? I'm sure you do. But they also made these really fun little economical bags. Like this bag, I believe, was like, I think 15 or 20 bucks. I don't know. But I've always liked it because I like, kind of reminds me of a picnic. So keep my sockies in there. I had to stop recording because the family came home. So I was telling you guys about my sewing projects. And one of the projects I worked on were making covers for composition books, because I'm a big fan of using composition books to take notes or jot down ideas. They're economical, but I don't necessarily like how they look. So I went on Etsy and I found a pattern for a composition book. The designer's name is Mindy Merrick, and let me see if I can show you this without. It's called Quilted Composition Book Cover, and let me see if I can show you this little bit of it. So they look like that, and what's really fun about them is that you can make these from scrap. They're super easy to make. I went crazy. Like it was like so much fun to put the scraps together, and I made two. Let me show you the first one. This is the first one that I made. So this is the cover. And this is the inside right here. And on the other side, it looks like this. So that's one that I made, and see how it's kind of very scrappy. I just put a bunch of scraps of fabric together. You make it in like one piece. Like this is one piece, and then the inside is another piece. And then the one that I use for my work notes is this one. So I made that one. Again, it's one big piece, and the inside, this one's not very exciting on the inside, but it just has this fabric, and same on the other side. But these two are super fun, fast projects that you can make. I mean, on a weekend, you can bust a bunch of these. And like I said, I like composition books. They're inexpensive. I just use, you know, either college ruled or wide rule. It doesn't matter to me. I don't really care. I like them. They're cheap, and during back to school, you can pick up a bunch of them and have them for, you know, throughout the year. So this was my sewing FO that I have. Moving on from that, I am working on some project bags for a big update. I was planning on going to the Knitting Tree for their Rhinebeck West. I missed going out to it last year for a family. I think it was a vacation or something happened and I couldn't go. And then this year I had told Annette, who's the owner of the Knitting Tree, that I could vend. And then unfortunately we got the news that my husband's aunt passed away and that her celebration of life is on the same day. So I had to cancel again, which I feel horrible about, but you know, we're going to go and be part of that, which is important. But I still want to have an update on my shop, so I'm going to do the update on October 17th. It's probably going to be around 6 p.m. and I'm working on some project bags. Now some of these, I think I showed them in their pre-cut form before I sewed them into project bags. And so I have a little stash of sock bags that will be available. This is my cheeky bag. This is my sock size bag. So I have a couple of this print. I have 3 in this print. And then I have some nice little camping ones. I have 2 of the little camping ones. I thought those were cute. I have one of the inspired quotes, is what I call it, with the girls on it. I thought this was a really cute fabric. So just have one of these, and then 2 of the purple tea cup with birds, which I thought was really pretty. This fabric is from New Zealand. Actually, my mom brought this back for me from New Zealand, so I have a couple of those that will be in the shop. I'm hoping to make a couple more of the sock size bags. We'll see, but I have these are ready to go. They just have to have the string put on. But the big project that I'm working on are on these one-of-a-kind scrappy bags that for me, I look at them as painting with fabric. I like really taking my time and kind of collaging fabrics together to create different, I call them fabric paintings because that's what they remind me of. I love working with scraps and making them all kind of come together. I have one finished bag and I'll show it to you, and I think it's gorgeous. It's this one right here. And I want to title all the bags like they were, as if they were paintings, because these are one of one. They're one of a kind. There's no 2 bags that are going to look the same. So this one's called Be Like Frida, because there's the honeycomb, and if you look at the bottom, there's some little bees. So this is the Be Like Frida bag. The back is just plain. The inside will have some pockets, and I'm bringing back my crochet hook pocket. There's one little pocket in here where you can put a crochet hook, and if you don't have a crochet hook, you can put a pen or something like that. So I'm bringing that back from when I used to do bags a long time ago with that little pocket. So I'm going to have about 7 of these different prints that are one of a kind. I'm really excited. I'm taking my time. I am really working these bags, like I said, as if they were like a painting. It really, the process is really something that I enjoy. So as I make them for the shop update, I'll be posting them on Instagram, I guess, so that you guys can see what's coming. But this is the first one that I finished. Then last weekend was the San Diego Yarn Crawl, and I went to that with 2 friends of mine, 2 yarny friends of mine, Carla and Natasha. Hey girls, we had a blast. It was a great day. A great day for yarn purchasing, a great day for food, a great day for friends, a great day for making. It was a lovely, lovely day. We went to 3 yarn shops. We went to Emmy's Yarn in Chula Vista. We went to Needle and Thread. No, what's it called? Thread Expressions, I think it's called, in La Mesa. And then we went to Apricot Yarn at Liberty Station, which is this really, really cute shop. And I think that I had some self-control. I have not bought yarn in a long time. I was dead set on Halloween yarn, and I was dead set on a Christmas yarn. I really wanted to find those things, but let me share what I bought. So first off, at Emmy's Yarn, they had this yarn that I thought was gorgeous. It's from Jody Long. It's called Artisano in this beautiful pink color with the naps, with the blue naps. I love this. I think this will make a beautiful shawl. So I got 2 of those. Then they had this yarn was on sale, and it's an Ella Ray cozy alpaca yarn in exactly the shade of orange that I was looking for. Look at this gorgeous color. So this, look at that. Look at that. That is gorgeous. I am in love with this orange. Hey Gigi, my orange is saying hi. So that was another great purchase because this yarn was actually on sale. Then from the store in La Mesa, I found this, which I think will be a great Christmas yarn. I got 2 of these. And this is called Pacific Prince from Cascade Yarns. Really love the way this yarn looks. I really like how subtle the greens and the reds are. So it's not like crazy Christmas, but you know it's Christmas, right? So I think this will be a nice cowl for the season. I'm excited about that. And I also bought some Baes yarns in this gorgeous colorway. And I already have a pattern for this yarn. They had a pair of fingerless mittens that were crocheted. I think it was a free pattern. If I find it, I will link it below. But look at this gorgeous yarn. I love it. I think that's a great fall color. So I'm going to be making some gloves with this yarn. And this was actually the colorway of, not the colorway, this was like the company that they were doing a discount on for the crawl is this company right here, Baes Yarns. And it says La Jolla. Please, people, how many people have I seen have this yarn in their hand in their podcast and say La Jolla? It's La Jolla. La Jolla. Okay? Because La Jolla is a city here in San Diego. Then we went, oh, and at Emmy's Yarn, I won a raffle. Yes. I love it when I win raffles because it's not something that happens to me every day. I'm not lucky like that. But I won a raffle and I won a ball of Ella Ray Seasons yarn and this really pretty colorway. And I think this will be a cowl as well, maybe a hat. It's a little on the chunky side, but it's very pretty. I think this is going to make a nice, whatever accessory, it's going to be nice, but it's got to be a one skein because I only have the one ball that I won. Actually, look at that. My cup and my yarn match. Nice. Then at Apricot Yarn and Supply, I found the most gorgeous skein by Lazer Sheep Yarn, who is Leslie. I love Leslie's yarn. I have it in my stash. I know Leslie. She's a local dyer. She goes to all the local shows, and she's a gorgeous dyer. And I found this skein of yarn. Glasses again. It's called Strawberry Sheep Forever. Strawberry Sheep Forever. Oh, look at that. That green and blue next to the pink and red. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Lazer Sheep Yarns. She is a magnificent dyer. So I got a skein of that. This is sock. So probably be socks. And then I was pleasantly surprised to see that Hugh Loco was having a trunk show there, and I love Hugh Loco yarn. I've bought her yarn in the past. She is an amazing, beautiful dyer, and she came out with this Desert Bloom collection, and I got a sock set. Look at the minis, gorgeous minis, gorgeous skein of yarn. I love the pale green here, like the minty green. So pretty. Then what was my other acquisition? Oh, I got a project bag. I was really jonesing for a Halloween project bag, and I saw this fabric and I'm like, that's the one. So I got this project bag with these witch kitties and the little frog witch. I thought was so cute. So I got this bag from Zoe Designs. Okay, I am done showing you haul, but it's just that it's been a while since I talked to you guys, and there's a lot of stuff happened. So yeah, that's the project bag that I bought. Let me move on to my current works in progress that I'm super digging. Oh wait, I have one more thing I have to show you that I bought. One more thing. Sorry, I apologize. It is so good. I got my copy of Socks, Crochet Socks That Rock. Yes, finally got my copy. I love it. It's like a formula book, and you get information about different toes and cuffs, and it's got these really cool patterns, you know, perfect for the holidays. There's one. You've got color work, you've got texture. Love it. Let me see. I really like those. I really want to make those last ones I showed you. Now look at this craziness. Look at that. Oh my God. I love those. So there's patterns, there's recipe, like design, like you could design your own sock if you wanted. There's a cable one in here that's really pretty. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, they're so good. Cable socks. So this is a book that just came out. This is by the same designer as my shawl that I just shared with you. So same, Anna is a designer, and this book just came out. I'm really happy to have it. Definitely will be looking to make a pair of socks out of here. And so, okay, moving on to my works in progress. I've got two patterns that I'm working on, and I think what I'll do is I'll just share the picture here. The first one is the Agnes vest, and that is a vest with crochet granny squares, and a knitted sleeve, and like knitted ribbing for the top, the bottom, and the sleeves. And I've got, let me show you the setup that I have. So I bought a crochet blocking board that is bigger. It's this size, and I've been stacking my crochet granny squares there. I need 10 more is all I need to finish all the squares. So I'm doing, I think, a total of 25. And this pattern is actually free on her blog, but I actually purchased the pattern. I hate reading patterns. I get no enjoyment off of reading a pattern off of a blog. I'll be honest with you, I'd rather just pay for the pattern. So I've got all of my granny squares here, and then this is basically the color scheme that I'm using is this is the main color, this kind of like beigey color, and then this kind of orangey peach, the green and the yellow. So I'm gonna work on that. Like I said, I just need 10 more. Is it 10 more? Yeah, 10 more to have all the ones that I need. And on this side, I am blocking another set of squares for a pattern. The pattern that I'm using for those other squares is called the Linden Leah sweater by Jane Howorth. Howorth, I think is the name. It looks like this. So I'm actually crocheting the squares here that go in the middle, and then I'll crochet the sweater, and I'm kind of trying to do like a stripe thing because I don't have enough of one color. So I decided what I would do is just do them in a different color. So my colors for the sweater are gonna be, I have a gray square, I have a brown square, I have this yellow, and then I have this green. So to me it's very fall. I think they look good together. So we'll see how that goes. And the yarn for this project is Living in This, made by me, because I try to get all my Halloween bags out. I'm just so feeling the season this year. I'm really feeling it, and I wanted to have all my Halloween bags. So I made this one out of a set of dish towels that I got a long time ago, and this is my big size bag, and I have all the yarn in here. I have all the yarn. I don't know if you can see it, and the pattern. So those are 2 projects that are on the go. Like I go between these projects because the grinding squares are super easy to make. I only need to do another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more of these in exactly these yarn colors, because it only takes like 2, so there'll be like 2 yellows, 2 browns. So I just need to do another set of these, and then I can start putting the sweater together, and it's crocheted, I guess, back and forth. The yarn for my granny squares is living in a bag that I made, another scrappy bag that I made, which is this one right here. So I made this bag for the season. It's my Frida Kahlo with my little sugar skulls and more Frida and more color. And it's a nice big size bag. It's actually, this size bag is actually this size bag, except this one's got straps and this one is a drawstring with no interfacing. So you can see it's the same size, but it's just the finish is different. So I have this bag that I made, and it's holding the yarns for the granny squares. And then I came across a pattern from a book. So I had this book and I lent it out, and I don't know what happened to it. So I rebought this book, Rustic Modern Crochet by Yumiko Alexander. She's an amazing designer, and there is like a poncho. I heard about this book years ago from Yarn Dyer, and she had a sample of one of the shawls, and I thought it was gorgeous. But as I was looking for things to make for the fall, I came across this pattern, and I'm like, I really want to make this, but you can only get it by buying the book. And so I decided that I would buy the book, because I actually had this book. I owned this book at one point. I went looking for it, couldn't find it, but I want to make this here, and this is called Sand and Shells. And you can see the detail of the sleeve here. So it's like this very loose fitting poncho. I think it's beautiful construction. It's very different. So I want to make that, and I have the perfect yarn for it. And it's living in my, can you tell I like Frida Kahlo? Can you tell? In my Frida Kahlo bag. And I purchased this one at Vogue Knitting Live the last time that I went. But I had this yarn in stash, and it was supposed to be a top that I never made because I started making it, and immediately I knew I was going to hate this pattern, so I did not make it. But it's a cascade yarn called Roslyn. It's wool and silk in this gorgeous purple color. So I have enough balls of yarn to make that poncho. Picture that poncho in this beautiful purple. I think that's gonna be gorgeous. So I'm ready to make all the things. Like I don't care. I'm ready to make all the things. Then Natasha, this one's for you. My knitting struggles. So at the yarn crawl, the girls and I sat down and had a beautiful glass of wine, and we were like working on our projects. I was knitting away like a champ. Okay? I felt pretty badass, to be honest with you. I was feeling like a badass knitter. Then I come home, worked on it some more. The next day, I'm looking at it, and I realize I've dropped 2 stitches. And I had already knit like 5 rows. Now, you seasoned knitters are like, 2 stitches, garter stitch. Come on, Claudia, you got this, right? So I YouTubed some videos. I thought I had it. I really honestly, and I understand the process. I understand how you fix garter stitch and all that. But it looked like ass when I was done with it. It really looked terrible. So I frogged 21 rounds of garter stitch. 21 rounds. Not feeling like a badass right now, am I? Anyway, the pattern is gorgeous. I've shown this pattern before. I was dying to make it, and I will make it. It's called Sutton Shawlette by Tori Yu. This is a paid pattern. You can make it 2 sizes. You can make the small size, which is what I'm making, and then you've got the bigger shawl. So I'm making this smaller one, and you start off with a crochet granny stitch triangle that looks like this, and then you pick up stitches, and then you start knitting the rest of it. And it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I really, here's the shawl size. It's so pretty. Look at that. And I'm working with yarn. This is Deep Stash. It's a Lola Bean yarn that still had her classic label with Baby Lola on it, which I don't know what happened to it. But it's this very beautiful green, gray yarn with blue tones and these very subtle specks of green. Very subtle. It's such a beautiful skein of yarn. It's tonal, but you know, because I want something neutral that I can wear with a lot of things, and I thought this was perfect. But she's on timeout right now. I gotta decompress from frogging 21 rows, and it was a nightmare. Living also in a me-made bag. I made this one 2 years ago. I always like to try different designs of bags to see what works. Really like having the drawstring with the handle. Love this fabric. God, do I miss Joann's at this time of the year. I miss them so bad. They always had the cutest Halloween fabric. So she's on timeout, but I'll pick her up soon because it's such a lovely project. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with whips, with haul, with catching up with you guys. Really looking forward to, and I have been crafting. Actually, I have been doing a lot of crafting, but I've kind of spread myself thin between the sewing and the crocheting. But I love it. I mean, I absolutely love it. It's like my jam. It's what keeps me sane. And I'll share whatever patterns I can share that I've talked about below, whatever shops I've shared. I will link them below. And hopefully I won't have too much, I won't let too much time go by for the next video. Like I said, October 17th at 6 p.m. I'll have a shop update. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting pictures of the bags as I finish. I think they're a lot of fun. Like I said, they're one of a kind, and I have a lot of fun making those bags. I mean, I have a lot of fun creating the collages of fabric. It's just so cool. Is another way for me to like paint with fabric, really. I mean, it just feels like I'm painting with fabric. I don't know how else to explain it. And I'll have other things. I have some stitch markers that I want to work on to put in the shop. I have some pins, and what else? I think that's about it. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you are keeping it together in these very trying times. I hope that your crafting is bringing you all the joy and satisfaction that you need. And, you know, we're all in this together. Let's be kind to people. And craft with joy. I will see you next time. Bye.